Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Now, in today's video, I'm really excited to share that the channel now has a sponsor. So GoComment have just sponsored the channel, and I really didn't want to make this the sort of, traditional YouTube sponsorship where I stick a 5-second clip of it at the start and end of the video, just sort of saying this video is brought to you by. I wanted to do something that's sort of more exciting and that gets you involved. And I think given the fact that GoComment's tool is targeted to web designers and developers like myself, and I'm guessing what with the fact that you're following the channel, that there's some involvement on your end with web design too, that we could make this a little bit more interactive between myself and you as an audience member. And I want to start launching a new series in which I provide feedback on your designs and give you the opportunity to showcase your work to my subscribers and my video viewers. So without further ado, let's get started by talking about what GoComment is, why I think it's a really relevant sponsor for the channel, and why I'm really excited to be having them on board. And then I want to talk about what I think this should mean for you as an audience member and how I think I'd like to see that working for you to get involved. And yeah, I think the primary goal for me is to help designers like you, like myself, to promote their work, to get eyes on their designs, and to improve and be the better version of their, to make better versions of their work, and ultimately, hopefully, have a more successful and more, high earning career off the back of this. That's my dream, is to help as many designers as possible get recognized, get work, and be the best they can. So that's what my goal is for this collaboration with GoComment. And yeah, most exciting thing to do today is show off the tool and talk about what it is and what it would mean for you. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to be talking you through how you can get eyes on your work and how you can get involved in my hopefully exciting new YouTube series. So without further ado, let's take a look at GoComment. Let's have a look at the tool, and yeah, let's have a look at it in action as well. I'm going to hopefully embed this onto my own website for you to sort of see how the live feedback and the collaboration would work. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. So this is GoComment. Now GoComment, if you've used something like Figma or any kind of collaborative design tool, then you'll probably be familiar with the way this works. But effectively, this allows you to drop comments on specific parts of your design, which if you're a developer, that can be really valuable. You know straight away what part of the design is being referred to when a comment's being made. And also you can have a discussion. So there's a sort of collaborative thread within each particular comment that allows you to better understand kind of what implementations need to happen, to further understand the problem a user's facing. And, for example, there's quite a lot of layouts that rely on, interactivity. Perhaps a certain context is needed before an error would come up. You can speak to the users within each thread and really understand what happens to sort of conjure up an error on a website. But also this is, a great tool for just improving your user experience. Perhaps there's layout issues or visual problems or, any design tweaks that you'd like to make. But aside from user feedback, another great way to use this tool, you've also got control groups, so you can release early versions of your site to small numbers of people, but also the fact that you can work collaboratively with your team, or perhaps if you're developing or designing a website with your superiors or with the client, you can bring them into the project, allow them to leave actionable feedback throughout your site, discuss it with them further, and then have a really clean way to improve and action the next step. So really great tool. And I'll just quickly show you how it works. So as you can see here, GoComment have done a fantastic job here of showing off how the product works by showing it on their own page. So a great way to see it in action. So as you can see here on the navigation bar, we've got one comment, then we come a bit further down to the supporting text just underneath the headline. We've got another. So you can see as we hover over each individual comment, we can see what it relates to. A little purple border sort of highlights this relates to this comment, this relates to this. So it just keeps it really simple. I know what my users are talking about when they say that there's too much text here. So when it's actionable, I completely understand why. You don't get much clearer than this. And what's great about it, if you click here to see show 3 replies, you can see a greater discussion and get involved and sort of understand more what's needed, what's going wrong, how it can be picked up, and collaborate, be it with your clients, be it with your users, really understand what's wanted and what's needed from your site. Collect sort of feedback and feature requests effortlessly. It's just so handy to use a tool like this. I'd say particularly in the early stages of development, or perhaps before a kind of redesign, kind of understand the foreshortenings of your current designs with this really handy tool. What's more, if you've got, say, a responsive or full screen website, which, as time goes on is becoming more and more popular. So let's say your design stretches across the width of the screen, they've considered this too. So if you need to access a particular part of the screen, but currently you've got the thread open, well, you could obviously close down the thread so you can see it. But if I just scroll down, so you can see this section here where we've got some text. So where it says effective feedback management, you've then got this sort of area of text here that sort of disappears behind the threads. You can close it, but there's this option here to the left which will shift it across the other side of the screen. That will come in more handy than you realize. So this just, if there's anything that's being discussed that you can't quite see, or anything you want to leave a comment on but you can't get behind, you can position it wherever you want, left or right of the screen, and it works around you, which is really, really nice. Now, another really great feature is the ability to integrate the GoComment sort of widget with tools you already use, like Asana or Notion or ClickUp, which I just think is the most important thing when it comes to staying organized. A lot of teams are already using tools like Asana to, you know, manage collaborators, to manage who's kind of working on current tasks at any one point in time. So to integrate GoComment with Asana, or like I say, ClickUp, any of these apps is so useful. So the fact that I can assign it to a particular designer or developer and, you know, sort of manage that task effectively using tools you're already using, I think that's really vital. And so you haven't got to kind of step outside of what you're comfortable with. It integrates nicely with the tools you're already using, which is, you know, really powerful, especially given the number of teams working with something, say, like Asana and Notion or Trello. A fantastic offering here to be able to integrate that with your own project. And there's a free plan. So while there's a free trial on the pay plan, there's also a free plan for collaboration between up to 2 users. You get this on one project, which, you know, for no money at all is absolutely fantastic. So you haven't got to pay a penny to start using the software. So get started if you want with your own website and just sort of see what it can do. But yeah, as I said, let's jump straight into my own website now and sort of see how this integrates with my own site. So here we are in the dashboard for GoComment, and let's see how quickly we can integrate this with my own website. So I currently use Framer to build my own site. So let's see how we can set this up. So what I've done is I've come to my dashboard, I've clicked add new project, and then I've just in step 1 added the name of my project and the URL. You can also add your client's name and a brief description, but just to speed things up, I'm going to jump through to the next step. And this is where it's going to ask me to install the widget to the site itself. So you've got 2 options. You can do it later if you want to carry on setting things up. If not, let's install the widget now. Click this little button here to copy that script, and we're going to paste that into the head section of our website. So in Framer, we can do this by going to the general settings. If you want to put this on the whole site, where it says here, start of the head tag, I'm just going to paste this in, click save, and then go ahead and publish those changes. I'm then going to move back across to GoComment, and what we're going to do is press next, skip the step where it asks if you want to add your clients or your team, and then we're going to press this button here, verify that the widget's installed correctly. And there we go, it says at the top now, widget installed. So let's click through to the project, and we are done. So this is the kind of main dashboard for your project. So where you can see all your tasks overlaid here. So you've got your resolved tasks, in progress, to discuss, and rejected. So this is based on, let's say, clients add feedback or users add feedback. You can put them and, you know, use the status to kind of move them from one stage to the next. So let's have a look at how it looks now on the actual live site itself. So I'm going to click open website. Nothing has changed. Everything looks completely the same. But when the widget loads, as you can see down here in the bottom right, we've now got this little floating widget bar. As I said before, we can move it to whichever side of the screen is more convenient for us. And we can go ahead and press this button here to leave a comment. So let's click on an element. Let's go with this section of text here. And we're going to say far too wordy, of course. Whoops. And let's leave a comment. And there it is. It's now stuck on the page. And as I said before, as you hover over, you can see what area of the page it relates to. You can click and read the comment. You can see here it's got a status set to discuss, and you can change that status at any point by clicking on the 3-dot menu in the top right of the comment itself and set the status to say in progress, rejected, resolved. And then you can click reply and say have a thread. I'm going to agree with myself, of course, and press that. So now you can sort of start a thread right there and then. So let's think about how easy that really was. I'd say about 2 or 3 minutes ago, you know, I hadn't even set this up from GoComment yet. And here we are now with comments in, status has changed. And if I go back to the admin panel, you can see that there's 1 task in progress and 0 of those 1 tasks have been resolved. So really great for you to sort of have a sort of managerial overview, but I'm sure you'll agree that was really effortless to install and a really powerful tool, especially for working collaboratively with your team or with clients. So there we go, GoComment, a really easy tool to implement on your site and a great way to collect feedback, collaborate with your clients, and ultimately work on projects that reflect your clients' sort of expectations a lot better, but also, you know, have a much better user experience and that you can test with your current users to make sure they're getting what they need from your site, aren't running into any errors, and yeah, just the UI is working as intended. So great tool. And the fact that you can work straight away for free is brilliant. So go and give it a try and let me know what you think in the comments below. And as for the channel, the next steps in what we're going to be doing, as I said, I really want to showcase designers' work. So if you're a website designer, I'm going to drop a link in the description below. Feel free to submit your website for me to have a little look at and leave some feedback. And what I'm planning on doing is integrating GoComment with your site. And yeah, we'll have a little bit of a feedback session where I'll record a video, showcase your project to, you know, thousands of people on YouTube, and, you know, get your content in front of my subscribers. So yeah, go and click that link below. If you've got a website that you want me to have a look at, if you want to showcase it and you want, you know, thousands of people looking at your work, drop that below. So click on that link, head to my website, and let me know what your project is, and we'll hopefully feature it in the channel in an upcoming video. So that was GoComment. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you're just as excited as I am about this new direction and the channel's sponsor. And yeah, until next time, I'll see you later.